In this video, we're going to take a look at styles in SketchUp. Styles offer you different ways to display edges, faces, as well as different background and image overlay options within your SketchUp model. Styles can be set on individual scenes, and really just to get a sense of what they look like, you want to go to Window, Styles, and notice that the shaded with texture is the default one that we have here in SketchUp. One thing that I don't like about it is it gives you that hard profile edge, that really thick edge, and it actually makes the model run a little slower. To edit this style, just select it, click on Edit, and in the first icon here where it's the edge settings, just uncheck Profiles. You'll also notice all the various different options that you have just within editing the edge settings. There's also face settings, background settings like the sky and ground. You can display watermarks. Watermarks can be either in the foreground or background. And last but not least, you can adjust model settings. So these are things like section cut widths and depth, as well as showing the model axes or even showing guides. Anytime you make a change to a style, make sure you click the Update Style icon here. Now it's fine to edit existing styles, but let's take a look at some of the various styles that SketchUp has to offer. We'll start with the assorted styles, and we'll just click on the first one here. This style shows the line work as a sketchy edge. It also just shows a shaded texture versus actually having the color. And if you go to Edit, you'll notice the sky setting it has, the different watermarks, underlays and overlays that it has. Let's go ahead and click on another one. Now this one, the chipboard with the fine marker, offers a really cool watermarked style. And you can see that effect there. Now I typically don't use a lot of these assorted styles. What I tend to only use are these sketchy edges. And the one that I particularly like is one that's called the fine liner. If you hover over the style, it should display the name. If not, you can actually click the details and view it as a list. And you'll see it there, fine liner. And this one I like because it gives a nice little sketchy edge to your element, has that little extension. And of course, you can always edit these. So for example, you can adjust the extension length as well as the level of detail. And these sliders, it's really model specific. A lot of times it's even view specific in a model. For example, here, it really doesn't show enough detail in the stairs here, so you may have to up the detail. It's a fine balance though, because there's a lot of detail in the railings because of all the separate little pieces. And if you like the sketchy edges but want to show the textures as well, you can adjust that in the face settings, like so. So here's how you can mix one of those styles. This here is actually a pretty good view. What I want to do is add this as a scene. And notice that if we click on Overall, it goes back to the assigned style that that scene was saved with, which was our shaded with texture. If I go to Scene 2, it's going to go back to the fine liner. And since we didn't update the style settings in fine liner, it actually reset those. So whatever style changes you make, just make sure that you update the style before you add the scene. Let's add one more style. Let's go back to the assorted styles. And let's click on this pencil with tracing paper. And this one's pretty interesting because it actually curves the line a lot. And this one, we may just want to show this as a shaded texture instead of a shaded with texture. And let's go ahead and just add this as a scene. So we can right click and select Add. Feel free to test around with styles. Also, if you have SketchUp Pro, it comes with a separate program called Style Builder. And this allows you to actually import your own sketch or your own stroke and allows you to actually make custom styles. Pretty cool feature if you're really into these sketchy styles. So definitely check it out.